I see you. Die hard. Trav. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder.
Shoo! What's good, guys? It's your boy Dire Eru in the place to be. Checking out the score right now, 68-60. So far, so good. I thought the first quarter was kind of back and forth with these Knicks and the Pacers. Typical. Looks like the Pacers were trying to explode on us a little bit. The Knicks were able to stay with it, but the second quarter was a little bit better. The Knicks were able to get the offense going. The Knicks can get 40 points. You know, they can get 40 points and more. You know, in a quarter, man. So that was basically what the Knicks did here in the second quarter. The problem with the Knicks is that we can't sustain that type of effort, man. We can't sustain that type of offense. Once we get it going, it's very hard to stop us, man. I'm not sure what's going on with Indiana if they have all of their pieces. Like I said, I haven't really been watching. You know, to tell you the truth, guys, I've been silently protesting the Knicks, you know, just for the simple fact that we have clear issues with the roster that I felt like we could have cleaned up already the same way that other teams have, you know, throughout the season and especially during the trade deadline and whatever. Even during this buyout market, the Lakers made trades and the Lakers are still doing stuff as far as upgrading the roster or whatever, the things that they need to get better. And I just feel like the Knicks need to do the same thing. You know, we have clear holes. We're 34-18, it says right there on the screen, 16-8, away. The Indiana Pacers themselves are 29 and 22. They still made moves too, for a team like this in their position. They still made moves too to try to make themselves better. The Knicks did not. It's a little bit annoying. I just keep like it's beating the dead horse and stuff, man. But that's my little silent protest, man. I just think the Knicks could have done something, to make the team better, and we won't have to be struggling the way that we do. Just watching, just a couple things that I just noticed is that Karl-Anthony Towns right now, he doesn't really have he can score a little bit, but a lot of times he gets the ball and there's nothing happening. Like he'll spin baseline and he'll just he spin baseline today, literally went right out of bounds. He had nowhere to go. He cries to the refs too much, for somebody that can't really create his own shot. And I thought coming into the Knicks, I thought that he was a good post-up player. He was that way in high school. He was that way in college. I remember him being that way a little bit in Minnesota too, but somewhere along the line, he just completely fell in love with that three-point shot. So he's a face-up player, three-point shooter, and a slasher to the basket. Not really a lot of scoring on the inside, man. So that's a surprise with Cat. So my thing is that we I don't think we can beat the best teams in the NBA not having that second go-to guy. Cat can score, yes, you know what I'm saying, but he's easily you could easily put the cap on that guy. If he's not shooting the three and driving to the basket, you can really slow him down. Now you just put all the pressure on Brunson. A lot of people don't like to see Brunson go one-on-one, especially me. I don't like it either. I like it better when the team is moving the ball, but the Knicks are not that polished where the ball is moving, constantly, and we're getting shots that way. That's we should be at this point. We should be starting to clean that up now. But right now, at this stage of the game, I just feel like the Knicks are still fighting, trying to figure out how they're going to get buckets, and I just think that's alarming. Regardless of whatever the record is, 34-18 is good. We have a good record, but regardless of whatever that record is, we have flaws in this team, and if we want to win a championship, that's what it's all about. Because I mean, if you're content with just being a good regular season team and going to the playoffs and losing in the first or second round, you know what I'm saying, possibly getting to the third round, which I don't think I don't think we're good enough to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll see. That's why you play the games. But I just don't have the confidence in this club right now, and I just wish this guy would have done something. But we'll see what happens, man. I made a pod earlier. I talked about Christian Wood. This is what we're talking about here. Guys like Christian Wood, they get waived. Are they healthy? Are they good enough to come to the Knicks? For like the prorated, veteran minimum. That's something that remains to be seen. So we'll have to see. TJ Warren, I feel like he should have been on the club from the beginning of the season. Maybe the Knicks are trying to cheat, get some of these guys that have injuries or something, trying to catch fire. What is it called? Fire in the pan at the end of the season. With these guys, trying to save them throughout the season and sign these guys so we can make the push down the stretch. I don't know what the Knicks' plans are, the ultimate plan is, but it's something. I guess it's something to that effect. As you can see on the screen, I was taking a look at just really looking at this while I was doing other stuff. I was doing other important things like play Fortnite and clip my toenails and my fingernails and stuff like that. Get ready for tomorrow for work. I'm taking care of my wife. My wife has the flu. The kids are coming off the flu and they gave it to their moms. So I'm the only one that's not sick in this place. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that I'm not sick while the kids are on vacation next week. I'm actually on vacation as well. So hopefully I'm not sick during my vacation. That shit would suck. But it is what it is, man. So let's get into some halftime stuff. Before we get into that, I just want to say hello to the only person that's in the chat right now, and that's Knicks Nation 112. Shout out to Knicks Nation. Hopefully you get a chance to check out that Christian Wood pod. But let's get into the halftime report. Like I said, quarter to quarter, 27-26, 41-34. Knicks offense came alive in the second quarter. I'm looking at Shaq. Shaq has a serious face and stuff talking about the Knicks. I hate them when they talk about the Knicks. But I'm using the TNT broadcast because I just think their broadcast is a lot more, it's just a little bit more vibrant compared to what MSG brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? So color-wise and just, camera angles and that type of thing, man. So I appreciate the way they do it more than the way the Knicks do it. But I just can't listen to their halftime report at all, man. So let's just keep it moving here. Minimize it like always. Get it down to 125. And let's go over to the game charts and we look at the shot charts for both teams. Let's look at the shots on the ball. 46-45, they're basically dead even. Both shot charts are kind of similar. I'm looking at a lot of shots in the paint, restricted area. Knicks have put up a little bit more in between shots, but we missed all of them. 3-point shots as well. So these shot charts are starting to look more and more like night in and night out. A lot of shots in the restricted area, and then the rest of the shots are basically 3-point shots. So, this is not the team that I wanted. Last year, a lot of Knicks fans wanted that more of a 3-and-D kind of team. They wanted to shoot more threes. The Knicks ended up doing that for you guys, and now our defense and our shot creation has floundered a bit, man. So you got to be careful what you wish for when it comes to those type of things. Scrolling down here, largest lead, biggest lead for the Knicks was 11. Biggest lead for the Pacers was 7. So I believe the Knicks' largest lead is that now. I'm not sure if it was like towards the end of the second quarter, but we'll keep scrolling. It's a good game so far. It's back and forth. Rebounding wise, the Knicks are kind of dominated, 26-19, 18-19 as far as assists. Steals 4-3, 2 blocks is 2-2. Turnovers are kind of dead even to 8-6. So both teams are taking care of the ball pretty well. Like I said, the steals and the blocks are not really taking over the game. Most of the problems for Indiana right now is rebounding wise. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into that. Field goal percentage, both teams are kind of shooting the ball decently. Knicks are shooting 50% from 3. Points in the paint, 32-28, kind of even. Second chance points, 6-4 is kind of even. Fast break points, 11-8 is kind of even. So everything is pretty much even. Like I said, the only dominating thing I would say is rebounding. So it's interesting, man, because I believe they have more size than us, even though they're missing some guys, man. So we'll get into that right now. Do the box score. Take a look at the box score. Let's look at Indiana first, man. They got Aaron Naismith is starting for them. They didn't really do nothing. No points, no rebounds, no assists there. He played 7 minutes. Pascal Siakam with 19. He seems to be a Knick killer. He likes to attack the Knicks. He likes to play against OG. OG plays well against him also, but he's not there today. Thomas Bryant got to start, due to their injuries that they have. They're missing what's my man's name? I can't think of money's name, but they're missing their starting center. So right now Thomas Bryant has 11, 5, and 4. So he's putting up decent stats there, for the starting center. Andrew Nemhard, definitely a Knick killer, 4, 3, 2. He usually fills up the stat sheet against us. Hit that game winner in the playoffs. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton's been not really playing so well the last couple games. Let's take a look at his last 5. Last 5, I think he had like a donut, right? In one of these, see where the points are. Yeah, he had a 0. He had played 25 minutes against Portland at 0 points, man. 0 points, only 3 shot attempts, man. So he has weird games sometimes where he only attempts 3 shots. Was he sick? Did he have the flu or something like that? Like usually star players don't go through games where they only put up 3 shots in 25 minutes. It's ridiculous to me. So anyway, that's the type of guy that he is. Outside of that, 19-4, 18-17. So he's been playing okay. The assists 9, 8, 6, 9. Steals is up. Blocks are up also for Halliburton. So Halliburton's a good player. He kind of reminds me of Malcolm Brogdon, because Malcolm Brogdon used to pull up similar stats, but he ended up having like weird injuries with his pelvis and stuff like that. This guy, Halliburton's also been having problems with his pelvis, lower back, that type of thing, man. So, you hate for guys to lose their career due to injuries, but he's been having those weird injuries and stuff, man. So, Benedict Mathurin, let's see what he's been doing this year. I haven't really been paying attention. 16 points per game, 5 rebounds, 1.8 assists. Not really jumping out at you as far as stats and stuff, man. But he's basically prototypical as far as his stats are. Minutes wise, he's only been getting about 20 something minutes per game the last few games. They've been winning 3 out of 5. Playing basically an average of 25 minutes per game. He's still able to get double figures in scoring. Let's see what he's doing for the season. Who cares, man? This guy Benedict Mathurin, he's basically their 6th man. At this point of his career, I would like to see him start, man. See him start and get the majority of the shots and stuff. Very good shot creator. I thought he played decent, attacking stuff. I feel like they need to go to him a little bit more. Indiana likes to use the extra ball handler and Nemhard, but Nemhard probably should be the guy to come off the bench there. But maybe they just think that Benedict is such a good scorer that he can be better suited off the bench. I think in today's NBA, you really need to take advantage of the talent that you have. You can't really stranglehold guys. You got to let guys do what they do, because they just score so much points in the NBA. So anyway, take a look at it. Obi Toppin, only 4 points, 2 rebounds. Obi Toppin, for all the flack that that Knicks fans got after we traded him averaging 9.9 points per game, basically 10, 4 rebounds per game. It's basically on par for what he's been doing. He's 26 years old. I was never a fan of this guy. Double figures and points, as you can see. I don't know what was up with that Portland game, because he had a 0 also. So double figures in scoring in 4 out of the last 5. Rebounding is decent, for basically for the minutes that he's been getting. So he's a decent player. He can shoot the 3 really well. Decent rebounding, not the best. Really great athlete, in Obi Toppin. Not for nothing, we could use Obi Toppin right now. If we had Obi Toppin, he would definitely help out with the forward situation. But like we've been saying a lot, he doesn't really rebound the ball really well. But he's actually a better rebounder than OG and Mikal Bridges, man. So that goes without saying there. But let's just keep on talking about this box score. We got Josh Hart with 11 and 3 for the Knicks. Got 1 and 1 as far as assists and steals. Precious starting with 6 and 4. Precious is a backup, man. If he finished the game with 20 minutes and has 6 and 4 off the bench with a block and an assist, that's decent for him off the bench. Karl Anthony Towns kicking ass scoring wise, 24 points, 9 to 12, 1 for 3 from the 3, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Like I said, I was complaining about him a little earlier, man. He's just basically a glorified 3-and-D kind of player. Him going to the basket, he's not really the best scorer on the inside. He gets a lot of his stuff off for offensive rebounds or drop-offs or broken plays, able to get layups and that type of thing. Playing against Thomas Bryant, is a plus tonight. He's not playing against Miles Turner was the name I was looking for. Miles Turner. He's not playing tonight. Mikal Bridges not really scoring 1 for 3 today. Only 2 points. He does have 5 rebounds with 3 assists. For somebody that can't rebound, he actually has 5 right now. Brunson, not really scoring a lot. Only 6 points for Brunson. I'm looking at the minutes there. I'm not really too sure. I guess foul trouble, 3 fouls in the first half. That's the reason why he only. Well, I mean, he still played 15 minutes. So like I said, I was watching sparingly. Like I said, we're doing halftime to crunch time, so I will be watching, of course, the entire second half. Miles McBride, 3 for 4 today. He has 12 points off the bench. The thing with McBride, he'll get his points here and there, but he has zero bag, man. For somebody that's a 6 foot, what is he, 6'2"? Miles McBride, I wish he was 6'4". He's 6'1". He listed him as 6'1". If he was 6'4", he would have more value, as a shooting guard. But he's 6'1", so he's really a point guard. He has a point guard's body, but he doesn't play like a point guard. So that puts us at a disadvantage at shooting guard coming off the bench, man. Because now you got Cameron Payne also out there that's a point guard. He has 5 assists tonight doing his job. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you got Cameron Payne doing that at the point guard spot, you need somebody taller to help out. Landry Shamet is 6'5", so he would be really nice in that role if he would look at the basket a little bit more. He's 1 for 2 tonight. If he was able to score like the way that he did it in his career up until this point, not necessarily that he did a whole lot of scoring, but take a look at his career real quick as far as stats throughout the years. Never brings anything else to the table as far as the stats and stuff like that. He got a lot of ones, but scoring wise, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10. So I mean, scoring wise, yeah, if he could contribute this to the Knicks, you know what I'm saying, and then the other stuff we could deal with, but I mean, him coming off the bench, providing a scoring punch within like 20 minutes per game, I think that's a better value, especially with his defense. He's a like a 3-and-D guy. So I think that brings uh the same benefit that Deuce brings. But if you want to make the team better, I think Deuce McBride, he should be out of here too, to tell you the truth, guys. Getting a Landry Shamet to be the backup too, I think that should have spelled the end of Miles McBride. If you could have packaged him together to get somebody else here to help the roster out, that would have been nice. I guess that's something that we're gonna have to deal with in the offseason. Because I just really don't believe in our front court. I don't believe in the OG and Mikal Bridges front court, man. I think something needs to be done with that. We definitely gonna have to address that in the offseason. I don't know what we're gonna do, but something is gonna have to give in the offseason, man. You got guys like Tyler Kolek that's never going to play. Matt Ryan is on the roster for no reason. DeLon Wright, we just picked up a guy, DeLon Wright, that we could have picked up, to fill in for a Miles McBride if you're going to give him those minutes. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make is that there's guys around the league that are about 6'5" with ball handling skills, could play defense, could shoot threes and that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So Miles McBride is 6'1", an undersized shooting guard, somebody that shouldn't be on the roster anymore. Not for nothing. As much as we like Miles McBride, is not a bad player. But if you want to get better, we're gonna have to figure something out with Miles, because he's not a point guard. You know what I'm saying? We probably need to get rid of him. But anyway, that's just me dooming and glooming here before the second half here. But we're back in action. Looks like Indiana gets the ball now. Spinning and winning here. A lot of driving and kicking. Kicking and swinging. You got Naismith for the 3-point shot, no good. Long rebound, Thomas Bryant. You got Nemhard now, top of the key. Extra ball handler. It gets it to Siakam. Siakam jab steps, comes around. He's being guarded by a Cat now. Cat, decent defense, top of the key. Gets the hand in the face on the shooter, no good. Tapping and whapping. Precious ends up with the rebound. Let me adjust this as the Knicks are pushing the ball down the court. Get this up here. Got a lot of vibration on the phone here, guys. I don't know if you hear that vibrating on the microphone. But Mikal Bridges, top of the key, 3, get no good. And Thomas Bryant with another rebound. So my phone is being blown up right now. Making sure everything is good. Yeah, man. People say, "Hey, man, when you go live on your channel, man, I don't be seeing it, man, because you're not subscribed." And the guy said, "Oh, show me," and I go on and they're not subscribed, man. So it's like, you know what? I've been doing this podcast long enough, man, that all my friends and family should be already subscribed to the podcast, man. So it's just weird that still to this day, people don't do that. I have a merch site. I got family members that still haven't bought anything from that page. So it's weird, man. I'm definitely in a weird spot as far as this podcast thing is going. I love to do it still, but just the little outside stuff is really annoying day in, day out with this thing. I still do it, because I still like to do it. But it is it does get annoying sometimes day to day, dealing with this thing. Shout out to everybody that's still doing it. They're doing their podcast and they're able to grow it. It's not easy. Definitely not easy. Finding the motivation and the just wanting to sit in front of this camera, talk in front of the microphone and stuff like that. It's just night in and night out. It's definitely tough. So let's get back to some action. I have an announcement to make also. But let's go. Mikhail just kicked it out to Josh for the corner three. Misses everything. Precious with the rebound. Precious is actually wide open, but they're gonna call something there. Maybe something with the shot clock. See the referee's pointing at the shot clock there. Look at the fans yelling out stuff, while they're drinking their beer. That's annoying too. As a basketball player, if you ever played basketball in a park or something like that, people say stuff all the time too. Sometimes you could be playing and somebody might be saying something. And you look over like, "What the fuck is saying that?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you get hecklers all the time. People always want to see if they can get a rise out of you or whatever, or just trying to start trouble with you, trying to start a fight with you. People are like that. Mikal Bridges mid range knocks that down. But NBA players are a little bit different because they're not really allowed to respond to it, for the most part, for the greater most part. Anyway, you got the Indiana Pacers there. I'm gonna have to get some names going. Got Nemhard on the drive, misses it. Precious rebound. Nemhard should in my opinion should be a little bit more. He has a lot of skills as far as scoring and stuff like that. Good ball handling skills. And Mitchell, this guy Brunson just got stripped. So here comes wow, and then he gets caught, on a fast break trying to get back on defense and knocks Naismith on the floor. So they keep putting Naismith on Brunson. I guess tonight is working because Brunson hasn't been able to get it going offensively, but it is what it is. Anyway, this is what I'm drinking today. Got a protein drink. I'm trying to keep my calories low, man. But today I kind of need the extra protein. I'm feeling hungry and stuff. So since I'm hungry, I'll just drink the protein shakes. I know I'm over calories, but at least I'm getting the protein for it too. As far as sugar and stuff like that, not really like high in sugar too much. You got 5 grams of carbohydrates, only 1 gram of sugar, 30 grams of protein in this thing, 3 grams of fat. Sodium and cholesterol, not really a lot in that either. So that's what this brand brings. It's mint. So I'm just trying to get rid of these also in the refrigerator. Anyway, back into action. Got Nemhard top of the key. He's really doing point guard actions there. Get to the Siakam at the free throw line. Tried to kick the Nemhard in the corner back to Siakam for three on the step back, and he knocks that down. So that's 74 to 65, 8 minutes and 46 seconds here. Brunson on the drive there. Indiana's doing a good job of stopping Brunson. So Brunson tried to shove himself into the paint there. He got met by 3 Indiana Pacers, man. So Brunson is definitely not playing well right now. So in these things here, if Brunson's not playing well, then he needs to he needs to use his teammates. So Brunson is telling something about Josh, but he's still talking to Josh. He's calling Josh, 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 Josh. He's calling Josh. He's telling something about to Tom Thibodeau or someone on the left hand side of the bench there, but he's yelling for Josh. So I guess maybe Josh missed an assignment or he wanted Josh to do something. Anyway, let's get back into the action there. Got Siakam is cooking right now, top of the key, no good. Another long rebound is slapped out there. Indiana does pick it up. Got 12 seconds on the shot clock. He's trying to get himself across the timeline. That's Halliburton on the inside, up and under. No good. Slapping and whapping. Josh ended with the rebound. Gets it to Cat. Cat gets it. He's trying to push now. Not necessary for Cat to be doing this now. So Cat gets all the way to the inside there. Gets bumped easily. Referees bailed him out there, but I don't think that he really got hit. He's holding his hand. I think this guy Cat, man, under normal circumstances, say if the Knicks weren't doing well, I think Cat would be basically out for the season with surgery on a hand and surgery on his knees, bro. So it's crazy. So he got cracked on his hand there. Hand is definitely hurting. I see he got his hand taped up, his fingers taped up. So it makes you wonder, man. These NBA players, they go through a lot of stuff as far as injuries throughout the season. Just makes you wonder, like, if he's going to be able to sustain this, man. I mean, he's been scoring, especially tonight. He's been scoring, but he's been complaining about that hand all, not all season, but maybe like half of the season already now. You know what I'm saying? Knee problems also. So it's just crazy. NBA season is treacherous, man. I see Adam Silver trying to shorten the season, trying to shorten the games, trying to protect the players, I guess. But the record books and stuff, the NBA's been around for a long time. They've been playing 82 games in 48 minutes for a long time. For them to cut the season short, a few games, or for them to cut the game short, it would just eradicate the rule books altogether. So I just don't think that's a good idea. But it is what it is. They're gonna try to do the best that they can to fix the game, and maybe to make it more like FIBA, because FIBA plays 40 minutes. Anyway, back to action. Mikal Bridges now is guarding my man with Halliburton, and gets it over to, was that Siakam again? No, that's Mr. Thomas Bryant there. Just shot a long jump shot. He got 13 points, 6 for 7. Thomas Bryant's always been a decent player. He played for Miami, played for various different teams and stuff, man. He's always been decent, decent center. Should be a starter in the NBA, but he's been, kind of like a spot starter. Anyway, Indiana Pacers doing a good job of pushing the ball there. Siakam got it over to Mathurin. Very disciplined Indiana offense. Gives it to Nembhard, slides it over to Mathurin. Mathurin fakes it back over to Siakam. Siakam foul line jump shot. He knocks that down. So go offensive play there. The Indiana Pacers are getting to spots. Getting to spots and passing it to spots and stuff. On the other side with the Knicks are not as oiled as an Indiana Pacers team. They know Indiana Pacers know exactly where their shots are coming from. I think the Knicks play to play don't know where their shots are coming from. Just now, like I said, that sequence was beautiful. A good example for how Indiana gets buckets. Because like I said, they're just running to spots out there, like almost blindly, like the way that the teams played the triangle, where the triangle, the Chicago Bulls, a lot of times, especially back in the days, they used to run to spots. They didn't really run the offense or let anything happen. They would just literally just mindlessly running to spots. And I just think that's the way the Pacers are playing. The Knicks don't play that way. The Knicks don't mindlessly run to spots, because we really don't know where our shots are coming from, possession to possession. I think that sucks, man. I wish the Knicks were a little bit more systematic in the way that we did things. But we're up right now, 76-69 with all my complaining. 7 minutes and 22 seconds left here, as you can see on the screen. Let's take a look at what you guys are saying here. You got Knicks Nation, like I said, he's been up on the screen most of the game. Nostalgic is back. What's good? You got Kareem Grant up in the place. Jackal said they beat up Brunson out there. Yeah, Brunson's getting fucked up out there. Shout out to Daniel Berry. Yeah, Deuce has no bag, yo. Deuce can't create his own shot for somebody to be 6'1". So in the offseason, I would like to see him out of here because like I said, we already replaced him with Shamet and DeLon Wright. We replaced him with DeLon Wright also. So both guys can play defense. Both guys can run offense also. Both guys are actually better ball handlers than Deuce is. So it's basically like a waste. And my thing is, if before the rest of the league figures that out, you probably need to get up off of Deuce McBride. I would think add Deuce McBride in the package with other guys to get somebody better here. See, that's the thing. When people say, "Oh, well, you're going to trade McBride for what?" The thing is, we would trade him for somebody that's going to help the team. You don't just trade a guy just to trade him. You trade talent for talent. To try to get better talent on your team, make your team better. And if you already have guys on the roster that can replace a particular player, then you need to do that. So same reason why we were able to put DiVincenzo in a trade, because we had Deuce, that we had the luxury of Deuce, but now we have the luxury of having other guys that can kind of do what Deuce does. So then we can put Deuce in the trade now to try to upgrade somebody else, so that's how this should go. That's how this should continuously go, There's always talent in the league. There's always a way to upgrade, and losing Deuce is not going to be the end of the world because, like I said, we got guys that can play defense and can make shots out there, So anyway, scrolling through, it said Wright won't play. He played the other day though. I know it was only garbage minutes, but Wright, DeLon Wright would play if we traded Deuce. If we traded Deuce, then we would have to play DeLon. And I think if we were forced to play DeLon, right, I think that he would give us decent minutes. So it is what it is. So I mean, this Premier Protein is pretty good. I know it's winter mint. It's not really a mint flavor, to tell you the truth. It has like a coolness of it, like it wants to be mint, but it doesn't really taste like mint. You know, it's like a weird kind of flavor. That's why it's limited edition, and that's why I'm trying to get rid of it so my wife doesn't have to drink it. Hopefully, she's doing good, man. Because like I said, the kids had the flu, and I think she has it now. She's definitely got a fever and all that. So we'll see what happens. It goes Anthony Towns just stole the ball from Halliburton. He goes underneath the basket. A lot of pivoting, traveling also. The referees didn't call it. He goes Precious, pumping and dumping for no reason. Hits a little fadeaway jump shot at the foul line, knocks that down. That makes it 78-69, 6 minutes and 51 seconds in his third. Nemhard with a little crossover there to nowhere. I guess at the Thomas Bryant comes around the screen. He gets bumped by Cameron Payne, and they're going to call a foul there. So, like I said, Nemhard has a bag, but he doesn't really use it, to his advantage. Really, he has a good ball handling. He has a good jump shot, a good finishing ability, but not really an aggressive scorer. Not really an aggressive scorer has got Nemhard. So just take a look at Nemhard. Just take a look at ESPN scoreboard because it's just a little bit easier to navigate. So, like I said, this guy Nemhard this year, is he averaging double figures? He's averaging 10, 10 and 5 with the assist. So he's basically like a point guard out there. Like I said, this guy should be scoring a lot more in this NBA. I see 19, 10, and 17 in there, but he also has 4s and 2s. So very inconsistent scorer, man. Good size at 6'4", good basketball player, but just not consistent in any skill set that he brings. Anyway, Cameron Payne comes around the screen, goes all the way inside. Nice drop off pass to Josh. Josh able to finish and seal and catch the little bit of a foul, but Josh is strong, so that's his Achilles heel that he's not going to get the fouls that he wants to get. As Mathurin just gets a nice little flick at the basket at number double zero. Very skilled player. Like I said, Mathurin should easily be averaging like 20-something points per game. Not exactly what he's doing. Not sure what he's doing for Indiana. He's averaging 16, 5, and 1. What's the minutes? Let me see the stats real quick, guys. As the Knicks kicked it out the Precious for the corner three. Should have shot it. I don't know what took us so long to pass it to Josh. Josh gets it, has to throw up air ball, shot clock violation. But as far as minutes is concerned, this year he's only averaging 31. See, that's no good. He should be averaging starters minutes, man. 31 is good off the bench, but he should be averaging like 33 minutes per game. That would get his point total up into the 20s, man. This guy Benedict Mathurin is a really good scorer, and Indiana should really take advantage of that skill set that he provides. But let's get back into the box score real quick. Let's take a look at the Knicks box score. See how Porty played 4 minutes, man. The Knicks are not really utilizing the bench the way that we should consistently. 99 out is annoying. Indiana just scored 83-75. 5 minutes now in the third. Got Cameron Payne bringing the ball up the court. Cat is a little bit too close to him, not giving him enough room. Cat gets it, bypasses Mikal Bridges and just launches the three. Not a good play there by Cat. Indiana's coming down. Like a Halliburton step back. He's being guarded by Mikal. Crosses over, still forcing his way on the inside. He ends up falling on the floor there, and they're going to call a foul. Basically, Halliburton tripping on Mikal Bridges' feet. Watching Halliburton, man, he's 6'5", not really quick as far as making moves to the basket. Like I said, that move that he was trying to get past Mikal Bridges, very sorry-ass move, forcing his way, basically fell to the ground there, and they're going to call a foul on Mikal on incidental contact. There goes Mathurin with a decent shot, sweeping hook shot to the glass, no good, but he did get the foul. Good player, Mathurin, man. Certain guys around the league, if you circle certain guys, Mathurin, I would love to get on the Knicks. Good basketball player. Very intense. I believe he's Haitian, if I'm not mistaken. Haitian descent, if I'm not mistaken. Here he goes at the free throw line. With a name like Benedict, that sounds like a Haitian to me, boy, to tell you the truth. Shout out to my Haitian family. I'm married to a Haitian woman. My kids are half Haitian, beautiful Haitian family. I knew exactly what I was doing. As soon as I met her family, I knew I was going to marry her. So shout out to all my Haitian family. If you happen to be watching, taking a look and see what I'm talking about here on my channel, Die Hard Knicks. Definitely appreciate anybody taking a look. So Josh bringing the ball across the timeline there. Looking. Like I said, Brunson is not here. Brunson is in foul trouble right now. Cat has it, forcing his way on the inside. Scoop layup, no good. Gonna call a foul on the ground. So no shooting foul. That will be a foul on the floor. Thomas Bryant doing the best that he can there. Cat does a lot of slapping and whapping when he drives. He's not trying to score when he does that. He's just trying to get contact all the way. Thomas Bryant, he's a decent player, but right now I would like to get Cat in the paint and let him abuse him in the paint. But Cat doesn't have that in his game. He never did. I guess he never did. I guess it's one of those like Mandela effects where you thought that a guy was good at something and he really wasn't. He never was. So maybe that's what's happening there. There's a style now as far as the people's fades where they leave a little hair on the top. You know, I kind of don't like the way that looks, but that's like the new way of fades now. So anyway, Knicks weren't able to finish there. Indiana with the rebound got Obi. As you can see, Indiana, they know exactly where their shots are coming from. Everybody's moving systematically into the same spots, almost like a pseudo triangle there. You got TJ McCollum going one-on-one. But he was able to get one-on-one because of the way that the offense was going, allowed him to get to those spots. Cameron Payne now driving, pushes the ball out, gives it to Mikal. Mikal's looking around a cat screen, kicked it out to Precious, sidestep over to Cameron Payne there. Cameron in front of the rim, no good. Thomas Bryant with the rebound. Halliburton pushes it out to McCollum. This guy, TJ McCollum, is a good player, man. Gets it out to OG. It's going to be Obi trying to take advantage of Cameron Payne there. Not strong enough there. And Cameron Payne was fighting him there. Wasn't able to get position, but he did get the foul there. Yeah, Cameron Payne's a good player, man. Like I said, these guys are not the greatest players. You know what I'm saying? Like Cameron Payne he's a really good backup basketball player. Is he a world beater or whatever? No, but you're not asking for your bench players or anybody on your roster really to be world beaters. Every player doesn't have to be a world beater. So when we're talking about improving the Knicks, when people make these arguments and stuff, like somebody made an argument about Christian Wood. Oh, he's not that good. He sucks. Yeah, that's true. What I'm saying? But he did average 16, 21, 17 points per game, almost double doubles a couple times in his career. 37% from three when he played rotational minutes on teams. Average 5 3-point attempts. Each year too with 37%. So I mean, he doesn't suck that bad. You know what I'm saying? He's a decent basketball player. So, but my thing is, when you're talking about a basketball team, everybody can't be an all-star. And if the guys that are currently on your bench ain't shit, why are we complaining about guys that are better than the guys that are on our bench, saying that the other guy sucks? But what about our current bench? Our bench is complete trash. So if we have an opportunity to get a guy with a pulse, then we need to figure that out. Anyway, Halliburton against Mikal Bridges. I think that's a good matchup on the inside there. Who's this number 3 on the drive? I believe that's Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant moves like a small forward. He doesn't move like a guy that's legit 7 feet. I think Thomas Bryant might be about 6'11". Let me see. Thomas Bryant, I don't think is legit 7 feet. They got him listed at 6'10". But he definitely moves a lot smaller than 6'10". That's the reason why guys why he hasn't been able to start. See points per game, 13. That's what he's averaging this season? Let's see what Thomas Bryant is averaging this season, at least with Indiana. So he's been in the NBA a little while, man. So 7 points per game, 12. He's averaged 12, 10, 13, 14 points in his career with Washington. Not really the best rebounder, not really the best defender, for his career. But he's decent backup kind of center. Right now he's up in age, 27. Still young, man. I said up in age. He's still young at 27 as a Knicks scorer. I think Josh Hart just got a bucket. Halliburton is able to get all the way to the basket on a lazy-ass layup. See what he's bringing to the table today. Halliburton got 13 and 6 right now. Very mediocre kind of game today. Mikal Bridges now top of the key. Fakes the drive, gets it over to Cameron Payne, wide open for 3. In and out, no good. Look at Cat exploding to the basket there. And the referees gave him a foul with him driving, with him attacking the basket just now. I know Indiana's pissed off. You can see their coach getting mad about that. It goes Josh with the up and over. Josh gets fouled a lot, but he's so strong. He gets hit but doesn't move. A guy like Cat gets hit and gets knocked off his block at 7 feet tall, But Josh Hart gets hit on the same play and Josh Hart doesn't move. That's why he doesn't get fouled. That's why the referees don't call fouls. Not for nothing, this Indiana Pacers team is keeping it close, 89-85 right now in this third quarter, which just seems to be one of the longest quarters in NBA history. 25-21 right now. In this third quarter. So Indiana is chipping away a little bit, coming back on the score a little bit of a 4 point advantage here in this third quarter. So we'll get into the keys to the to winning in once the fourth quarter starts. But as you can see, it's 2 minutes and 29 seconds. We're still a little bit behind. I know this is TNT. I'm using TNT. If I was using I might need to let me see if I can refresh this. But if I was using the Gotham Sports app, I would legit be like 2 minutes behind. That system, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's definitely not good. It's like nowhere near live. Paying a premium to a service, like you should be close to live. I know what you're asking a lot from a streaming service, but they're still asking a lot to pay for the damn streaming service, so we should get better service. We should get close to on point service. We should not be getting a 2 minute delay, compared to everyone else, especially when you're paying for the fucking service. It's crazy. So let's keep on. Let's see what's going on else here. I see a couple other names popped in. Shout out to Nostalgic Minutes Police in the place to be. Shout out to the Minutes Police, man. All these little narratives and stuff like that the internet talks about. Minutes Police. Look, right now, basically all the starters got 30 minutes except Brunson tonight. Brunson's definitely in a bad spot with foul troubles. He has 5 fouls right now, so Brunson is going to be tough the rest of the way. We're gonna have to save him for the second, some point in the fourth quarter. I don't. He's gonna have to come back at some point. Karen Payne only 15 minutes. McBride only 12 minutes. So how is Brunson only playing 19 minutes and somehow Karen Payne and these guys don't have a lot of minutes? It's weird. Huck Porty only 4 minutes. So I mean, Tom Thibodeau he plays guys minutes in one game and doesn't play in the next. Man, it's not the way it should go. You know. But but Tom Thibodeau knows more than us, right? All we are is a bunch of dickheads, watching the game. We can only wish to be in their shoes, right? Tom Thibodeau watches the game 3 or 4 times after the fact, right? These guys are making millions of dollars and stuff, so they know much more about basketball than we do. But I know one thing: we have guys on the bench that are not getting consistent minutes. That's all I know. And other teams, like I said, Indiana, they systematically know where their shots are coming from. You know, Shout out to Ben Shepherd. Ben Shepherd is another guy. Some of these guys on Indiana, Ben Shepherd probably could use could be used on another team and get more minutes and stuff and be more of a contributor. He's 6'6", 190. Good defender, good ball handler, could shoot the three. Decent player. You got guys like James Johnson is at the end of his career. You got Jerace Walker. Jilla Okafor was just signed to them also. So they have talent on the roster at the bottom of their bench. Our guys, if you look at the bottom of our bench, like I said, we had guys like Matt and Ryan, for Christ's sake, guys that would never play. So it is what it is. Look at Huck Porty, only 4 minutes today. Play excellent minutes a couple games ago, but today he can barely get off the court against a team like Indiana. They definitely can use him. So anyway, 91-86 on the screen here. Right now I'm a little bit behind. I'm at 218. Looking at TJ McCollum on the drive there. He gets fouled on the drive. So that's how we're gonna pick up these points here. TJ McCollum is good, man. He's a guy that's getting up in age, man. That definitely gotten better as time goes on in his career. And he played for Philadelphia, played for Indiana now. He's definitely shown everybody that he's a good, probably like the best backup point guard in the NBA. And if he wasn't on Indiana, he would be a great starting point guard. So much respect to TJ McCollum, man. Very good basketball player. Putting the finishing touches on his protein shake, man. Like I said, it's supposed to be mint, but I get it. It has like hints of it, but it's not really a minty kind of flavor. I really can't put my finger on what kind of flavor it is, but it's definitely not mint. You can see that they're trying for it to be mint, but it's definitely not mint. Shout out to processed food, man. You know, you got to do what you got to do. This is 2025. People say, "Oh, eat more whole foods. Don't eat stuff with all these ingredients that you can't really identify." But you know what you gonna do, man? It's America. We don't live in like another country where they don't kill their people with chemicals. You know, we in America. They kill us with chemicals, bro. So it is what it is. Halliburton, top of the key, jump shot, no good. Cameron Payne fighting for his life for the rebound. Josh Hart just gets it. He gets crashed. Referees did not call anything, but Mikal Bridges got the layup. Josh Hart ate that though. Look at TJ. TJ coming around the screen. Oop, little change of direction there. Kicks it out to Mathurin. Mathurin finds TJ McCollum baseline all the way inside. Easy layup right past Precious. TJ McCollum's a good player. It's amazing that the Knicks are up here with Brunson not playing. He goes, Deuce McBride with no ball handling skills whatsoever. Gives it back to Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne comes around the pressure screen. Looks to give it to McHale. Finds Josh. Back to Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne sidesteps. His patented left-handed layup there. No good. But Josh was able to get up on that offensive rebound and lay it up. It's a good play there by Josh. Josh has 7 rebounds right now. 23 points and 7 rebounds. So shout out to Josh. Josh is holding us down today. TJ McCollum out to Obi. Obi up to Mathurin. Mathurin faking the dribble. He's going against a smaller Deuce. Deuce is able to get the hand in there but for the foul, but he will get some free throws there. So as you can see, a smaller Deuce McBride, just a simple drive right hard, spin in the lane, turn around and shoot it. That's gonna happen every single time against a guy that's like literally playing against another dude that's like 5 inches taller than him, right? So Mathurin, if I'm not mistaken, is like 6'6", right? I say Mathurin. I don't know if it's Mathurin or whatever you want to say. So he's 6'5", so he's 4 inches taller than Deuce, man. So somebody shorter than me, I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna drive hard, right or left. Get to the spot. Once you stop me, I spin off you and just turn around and shoot over you. Unless you could jump out the gym, like you're not gonna stop me from scoring, you know. So he's getting some free throws. Looks like it might be a lane violation. Precious is asking him to review it. Siakam wants a review also. So whatever. These guys always want a fucking review. Here goes Mikal inbounds. Finds Josh. Josh is basically our point guard, man. Josh is a better facilitator than basically anybody that we have. Cameron Payne's doing a good job. Nice little floater at the dotted line there for Cameron Payne right on cue. Knicks point guard. So if Brunson, like I said, if Brunson can't come back due to the foul trouble, then we need to let Cameron Payne cook. Let Cameron Payne cook. Right now, Cameron Payne at the moment is he has 17 minutes, 7 points, and 7 assists. 7.6 assists, I should say. Mikal Bridges guarding Halliburton. Quarter's almost over, 97-88. Next nice little run here. Halliburton kicks out to Siakam. Siakam drove on Mikal, tried to power his way in there, no good. Deuce with the rebound. Deuce taking off full speed all the way to the basket. He had 2 Knicks down with him, wasn't able to finish there. Precious with the rebound, gets a second shot there, tries to go up, and he gets fouled. So just a skill set there by Deuce McBride. Full head of steam there. Got 2 guys, 2 Knicks with him. Wasn't able to look at Precious right there. Precious was wide open, ready for the layup. Josh Hart was trailing behind him, and look at the effort that Deuce put out there, on that play. Just doesn't have point guard skills with somebody that has a point guard body. He wish, God should have blessed him with 4 more inches, just like me, right? Sheesh. Don't we all wish we had 4 more inches on us, But Deuce McBride, if he had 4 more inches of height, I should say, then it would suit his skill set a lot better, But he's a point guard. He's basically almost an undersized point guard because he's smaller than Brunson. Anyway, you got Halliburton driving now. Good defense by the Knicks there to try to stop the ball without fouling. So the Knicks get a 10-point lead going. Knicks had the lead in entering the second half. Indiana pushed the pace there, trying to chip at the lead. But the Knicks were able to actually increase the lead by 2. So that gives us a 10-point lead, 98-88 into the third quarter. Keys to winning this game here. I just don't think Indiana has the firepower to beat us. So just take a look at what they've been doing so far. This guy Halliburton doesn't look like the same Halliburton that I remember last year in the playoffs, or just remember at all in the past. He's just not that elusive of a scorer, or even passing the ball. I feel like he's not really dictating the pace passing the ball the way that he did in the past. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not to say that he can elevate his game in the in the fourth quarter. So that's one thing. We can't allow Halliburton to all of a sudden figure out that he can play point guard again. You know what I'm saying? As far as everybody else, we got to watch the shooters, guys like Nemhard. You definitely can't let guys like Naismith score. Siakam is doing whatever he's doing. Siakam might end up with 30 something tonight, but I don't think he's necessarily hurting us because we don't have anybody else that has it going. Like I said, 3-point shooters, Nemhard. You're talking about guys like Obi, TJ McCollum and Benedict McDermott. If any of these guys can get hot from three, we'll be in trouble. Just looking at the shot selection there, the guys are not really launching a lot of shots. But if any other Pacers want to win this game, they definitely gonna have to pick up this pace. They're definitely gonna have to get more shots up, as far as especially threes and that type of thing, and try to run the Knicks off the court. But just watching them, I just don't think they have it like they had it in the past. Halliburton is definitely not the same guy, so we'll definitely see. As far as the Knicks taking it to Indiana to keep the lead, Knicks have to stay on the boards. We're definitely doing a great job on the boards defensively. We're doing a good job staying with guys, making them work harder than they need to. Indiana is definitely working their offense really hard. And Knicks are doing a good job of getting in passing lanes and preventing crisp shots. So as long as the Knicks could keep that mix going there, and prevent Indiana from getting in the flow, then we should be able to cruise to a win. I don't think this is going to be a dominating win, but I think we should be able to cruise to a win if the Knicks could do that. But if any point, if the Knicks fall off the wagon and we start playing, start doing stuff that we weren't doing the whole game, then we're going to end up losing. So we are on the road, man. So anything can happen. So we definitely got to be wary of that. Right now, Karl-Anthony Towns with 31 tonight, 7-4, 3 steals tonight. Wow. Precious, almost a double-double, 9 points, 11 rebounds. I like that. 9 points, 11 rebounds. We need that from our power forward. With OG out there, we don't have that. Mikal Bridges, 6 points, 5 assists. Doesn't really have it going today. Brunson doesn't have it going today. 5 fouls today with 8 points and 4 assists. Josh Hart holding us down with 23, 7, and 4. Off the bench, we got McBride with 12 points, close to a double-double also as far as Cameron Payne with 7 and 6 off the bench with the assists and points, man. So, it is what it is. Let's see. I was talking about Christian Wood. If Christian Wood got here, can Christian Wood actually get minutes if we played him? Would he even get minutes? So I mean, it is what it is, man. Tom Thibodeau, I think I'm sick of his ass already. I think we might need to do a coaching change. I don't know where that coaching change is coming from. I don't know if the Knicks are going to do it internally or if they were to get rid of Tom Thibodeau. But I think Tom Thibodeau's coaching tenure should be over after this year. We need another voice out there, another look. As Shaman just cut to the basket off a nice pass from Precious for the layup. Knicks need to do more of that. I think, you got to give credit where credit is due. Tom Thibodeau does have a lot of those elements going on, but I just feel like if we had like a different coach that we would see it more often, because there's sometimes where we do that and we look unstoppable when all these cutting to the basket happens. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can make these passes, but then we're going through stretches where we forget that we can do that, and that's mad annoying, man. And that's to me, that's coaching. Shout out to Mighty Finesse in the place. Yeah, we should have traded Juice at the deadline. We should have traded Juice. We should have traded Mitch. Mitch hasn't played, so he had no trade market. We got guys like Hawk Porty and all this, man. We have guys that we could have traded. So, like I said, the trade thing here, like I said, we traded Jericho for DeLon Wright. So that would have been enough, in my opinion, to replace whatever Deuce is bringing. Because I mean, Deuce got 12 tonight, but he doesn't get 12 every night. He's barely averaging 10 points per game, Deuce McBride. You know what I'm saying? All the other stats are here and there also, but DeLon Wright could do that. Even Shaman can do that. You know what I'm saying? If he was given that role where he was the guy that needed to score, I think he could do what Deuce does. So I think we should have traded Deuce. Deuce, I think, should be gone in the offseason, in my opinion. Good Josh with a nice little spin and crossover, gets all the way to the basket, ends up getting fouled. So he's gonna get some free throws. But yeah, man. it's not nothing against Deuce. I think Deuce could go to another team and be successful. Yes, but at the same time, whoever we trade Deuce for is gonna help the Knicks too. You know. So I mean, this guy Almighty Finesse has been talking about Sexton for some time now, like 2 seasons basically. So I would have traded Deuce and Mitch for Sexton. Maybe that should have been the deal. Maybe that should have been the deal. That would have been dope. Shout out to Korean Grant. You got a question here. He says, "So what's the position we need to fill the most in your opinion?" Yeah. So I mean, in my opinion, like I like the idea of getting Cat was good. You know, the idea of getting Cat was good, but I just think that we did too much when we did that because then it strangleholded us. Now it puts us in a position now that we need to make another move. Mikal Bridges and OG is just not a good mix. As our starters at forward. As you're looking, Precious with 12 rebounds, 9 points. If this is what Precious is, Precious was hurt before, so now Precious is healthy and he's playing well. If we got a guy like this that can get you a double double starting, at power forward with Karl Anthony Towns, I think that's ideal for us. Look at Precious. Excuse me, that was Deuce there. Precious with another rebound. Give it over to Josh. So I like what Precious is bringing to the table. If you got Precious and OG, I think Precious is an OG together. They have good chemistry. Look at Precious turning it over right in my face, kicks it out to my guy there from Indiana, my man. What's his name? Shepherd. Ben Shepherd is decent. Definitely a decent basketball player there. Deuce comes around a screen from Precious. Precious dumps it into Josh. Josh lays it up. No good, but he does get the foul. And Josh gets fouled so hard, man, but he's so strong. His body never gets off his square. He's extremely strong. Good defense there by Siakam, playing against his former teammate there, Precious, when they played in Toronto. So yeah, man. So I'm just going back to what Kareem Grant said there. What would I do as far as fixing this team? Our most glaring need in our current team right now, we need to get another forward here. I think our guards, we have enough guards now with DeLon Wright, so we definitely need that forward. TJ Warren to me is the guy that we need to bring up. He's probably is coming March 1st. We'll see. At least that's what we're hoping. March 1st we'll be able to sign him to a prorated contract. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. March 1st, we're gonna have to wait till then. I'm not even sure if that means that he's gonna make the playoff roster, man. But I don't know what these NBA rules are, at the moment. But I mean, TJ Warren I think would be enough. But I like Christian Wood also. Christian Wood would be a nice pickup as well if he's healthy. But we definitely need a 6'7", 6'8" kind of guy that can rebound a little bit, could score a little bit. That Swiss Army knife kind of do, but he has to be 6'7", 6'8". 6'9", something like that, with versatility. As TJ McCollum just got a nice little mid-range shot there. Definitely plays with a lot of spunk there. 103 to 90 to 95. And so I think that's what we're missing. That's what this what we're missing right now. In the offseason, I would do wholesale changes. Like I said, I like what I see with Precious. Mikal Bridges at small forward, it doesn't do it for me. I like Josh Hart at small forward. Excuse me, at shooting guard. I like Josh Hart and Brunson in the backcourt, period. I like that in the backcourt. Mikal Bridges, if we're gonna have him here, we already got OG. Do you bench Mikal, make Mikal come off the bench, start Precious with OG and make Mikal come off the bench? I don't know if you do that. Did we get better? Our roster is very tricky, man. I can't call it. But yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if you bench Mikal at this point of the season. Like I said, you could bench guys and still play guys a lot of minutes. So if Mikal Bridges gets benched for OG, let's say when OG comes back, you've got Precious and OG starting. I actually think that would be a better idea. Make Mikal Bridges come off the bench, to give us that scoring punch off the bench. And then if we add like a Christian Wood, add Christian Wood off the bench to help out in that regard. Or if it's not Christian Wood, then if we wait for TJ Warren, and TJ Warren is that forward off the bench there, that would help also. So you say if you have TJ Warren and Mikal Bridges off the bench, I think that would make a lot of sense. You got Deuce McBride, who I don't believe in. Cameron Payne is there. We have options, man, but I don't know if Tom Thibodeau's gonna do something like that. If the Knicks are gonna do anything like that. But I like the idea of playing a guy that can rebound from the start, you know? Because Mathurin dumped it into Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant gets slammed to the ground. He gets pissed off. He had more fight jumping off the ground. They're crying for a foul than actually trying to draw the foul. He goes deuce with a fake drive there. Just a complete waste of time. Like for somebody with a point guard body, he had the whole baseline. Anyway, Shamet gets it back out to Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns, quick drive to the basket. He lays it up. Just barely beat the shot clock. Lord have mercy. 105 to 95. Knicks up by 10. TJ McCollum, dog walking down the court here, looking, coming around a screen, kicks it back out to 26, back to Mathurin, driving, faking on the drive, try to do his little Brunson impersonation. Scoop shot off the back rim, no good. Josh, full head of steam, looking. Josh all the way to the basket. He gets slapped and whacked. Siakam gets his hand in the passing lane for the steal. While he tried to draw a foul at the three-point line, ends up being a straight turnover. The referees are ignoring his ass. So, I mean, how are they allowing Indiana to get a timeout if they don't have possession? So, I don't know. Timeout for Indiana, 105 to 95. Siakam is complaining about fouls and stuff. He wanted that three-point foul on the three-point shot. Fuck you, Siakam. You got what else we got going on here? So Nick Nation said, "Would you get Cam Reddish? Cam Reddish is going to be playing in Europe or China next year. You know, Cam Reddish has all the talent in the world, but to talk about talent, the whole NBA has talent. A lot of guys with talent out there, but you have to figure out how to work that talent into a team setting. Same thing with anybody. Like if you work a job, you know what I'm saying? Like not everybody could be the boss, man. Sometimes you got to chill out and let somebody if it don't need to be talked about, then you don't need to run your mouth. And I think that's a big problem when it comes to like working with teams, especially at work. Sometimes people like to talk more than they should. Sometimes you just kind of just let it just happen. And the thing with Cam Reddish is that he thinks he's better than everybody on the court, and he might be. But the thing is, how can you contribute to winning? How can you contribute to make your teammates better? How could you use the skill set that you believe that you have and utilize it in the actual game? You know what I'm saying? And he's never been able to do that. LeBron was his biggest fan. You thought that LeBron was going to be the one to unlock him, and he actually was getting the most out of him. But as we go now, Cameron Payne, it's not Cameron Payne, Cameron Reddish should actually have earned minutes by now, but there's been other players on the roster that has overtaken him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of sports is there's always somebody ready to take your job. And that's the problem with Cameron Payne. He thinks he's better than everybody. Not really. I won't say he's not working, but he's just thinking that somebody's supposed to give him something. You can't expect it if everybody has talent. Everybody has equal talent, and out there it's all about how you can contribute, how you can use your skill set, to help the team win, or to help yourself fit into the NBA, help yourself fit into the professional setting of professional basketball. And Cameron Payne hasn't been able to do that. He's going to have to go to China or one of these European teams where if he goes over there, he's going to be so talented that he's gonna demand the ball. But here in the NBA, he's not talented enough to do that. So that's my opinion on Cameron Payne. So it is what it. Not Cameron Payne. I'm talking about Cameron Reddish. Cam Reddish. Both guys' name is Cameron. So anyway, Mighty Finesse says, bro, Christian Wood was averaging 20 points for 20 points for the Rockets. He averaged 17 for Dallas, if I'm not mistaken, or 17 for Rockets again, back-to-back seasons. 16 for Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. I just did the pod just now, man. So I was looking at those stats. Rebounding is up there too. 9-10 rebounds per game, 7 rebounds per game. He can get a block shot per game if he gets starters minutes, So it is what it is. 37% from three. I mentioned that earlier. So I mean, Christian Wood is a good player. The issue with him, like I said, it has to do with the surgeries he had on his knees, off the court problems with his baby moms too. Was giving him a lot of issues. So that's probably another reason why they weren't playing him, because they didn't want the media, problem that he was having. Shout out to Generation JL in the place, man, using the diehard emojis there. Said pretty late, but I finally made it here. No doubt, man. Hope everything is good. I was thinking about you the other day too, man. Hope everything is good with you. Cat with a wide open three, corner, no good. Precious fighting for a rebound. Nope, that was Deuce. No good there. Here comes Indiana. Nemhard is directing traffic. Nemhard is really the point guard, you know. Like if you got a guy like Nemhard, a guy like Halliburton should be moved. You know, I'm a big component of that. Like if you already have a guy's replacement on the roster, then you need to make moves accordingly. Halliburton should have been traded for like say like a small forward kind of thing because they already got Siakam. You know, so I would have traded Halliburton to try to get another scorer out there because you already got Nemhard replacing him, and you got TJ McCollum out there. You know, so teams kind of like shoot themselves in the foot. Turnover there. Here goes Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne doing a good job of dictating pace, able to go up and under, score on the opposite side of the rim. Cameron Payne getting his team fired up. Knicks are doing their thing. So the Knicks lead now is 15, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is that 15? Yep, it is 15, 110 to 95 with 7 minutes left. So I wasn't predicting a blowout, but the Knicks are definitely cruising right now, 15-point lead. I expect Indiana to fight back, but the Knicks should be able to cruise with like a 15 to 10 point lead, by the end of the game here, unless they completely pack it in, and then we get a little bit more. But it is what it is, man. So anyway, just to listen to my thought process here with that, man. See, like the thing what I was saying with Deuce, the reason why we were able to trade, DiVincenzo because we had Deuce. But now we got Shamit. We picked up Shamit and we got DeLon Wright. So listen, we already proved that we can replace Deuce. And now, in my opinion, Deuce is replaced already. In my opinion, so we should have traded McBride. But it is what it is there. The Knicks did not take advantage of that. Same thing with Hakporti. Hakporti was playing well enough, to say like, listen, we already got Mitch's replacement, so Mitch should have been traded. In my opinion, trade him and get somebody else in there that can help us out. In the beginning of the season, I thought we couldn't rebound, or whatever, man. So we should have made a move to try to get somebody in here that can rebound. Mikal Bridges has been up and down all year. Right now, he only has 6 points. So if he scores 30 one night, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, see, I told you." But then when he scores 6, nobody says nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowed to say anything about him scoring 6 points, but you have to suck his dick off. If he scores 20 or more, which is ridiculous, man. So with OG there, we already have Mikal's replacement on the roster with OG. The wing stop it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If you want to replace what Mikal Bridges brings to the table, sign TJ Warren for Christ's sake. There are replacements out there for these guys. And in the meantime, you mean to tell me we can't put Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, and Deuce McBride in the trade and can't get somebody with good value? That we should be able to get a major player for those 3 players. And as you can see, the NBA was definitely motivated to move guys. Saying so we could have possibly picked up somebody of value. For those 3 players. Mikal Bridges is not a bad player. He's decent. Mitch Robinson is a good player. Deuce is a good player. Trade some of those guys and get a major player here. And then that will be something that could take us over the top. You already got Precious there still, as a starter with OG, when OG's healthy. Karl-Anthony Towns is there. You got Brunson and Josh. You already got your starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? But if you was to get a Mitch with Mikal Bridges and a Deuce, put them 3 guys in the trade, you mean to tell me you can't get a major basketball player for those 3 guys? You should be able to. If you do that, then possibly, depending on who you get, if you get a major power forward or if you get a major small forward or a shooting guard, then you make adjustments accordingly. Then maybe Josh Hart gets pushed to the bench. Maybe Precious gets pushed back to the bench. Depending on who you what player you bring in here, and then you keep rotating and see what works. That's just the way I think, man. That's how I'm thinking. Shout out to the Lakers. The Lakers had Anthony Davis and they traded Anthony Davis for Luka. You gotta mix it up. Get the talent here and keep mixing around. If something's not working, you don't keep beating a dead horse and keep saying, "Oh yeah, you're just a hater. The Knicks are good." No, but we have to get better. So anyway, 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in this fourth quarter on my clock. 110 and 97 is Indiana just scored. Josh trading buckets there. He got an and one, screaming a little bit for the refs. Like I said, Josh Hart, he doesn't get knocked off his block, man. So that's the reason why he doesn't get a lot of foul calls. As Indiana just got called for traveling just now. See what else you guys are talking about. Why is Matt Ryan on the team? Freaking straight ass. He's got to be somebody's nephew or something like that, or married to somebody, just giving him a shot. I just don't understand it. Shout out to Geraldine. So this is the announcement I want to make. The Charlotte game, I'm definitely going to be there, guys. So me and my sister booked our trip. So for anybody that will be in the Charlotte area, shout out to Geraldine. I will be in Charlotte for the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st, man. So I will be looking to watch the game against San Antonio on the 19th, and then on the 20th, we will be in the building in Charlotte in the Spectrum Center. I'm sitting in the same section as Bobby Santiago. So I already hit him up and stuff. So we're gonna be looking to try to link up. I'm literally sitting a couple rows behind him, so we definitely will see each other that day. Geraldine, I don't know if you got tickets. I hit up Josh. Josh ignored me. I hit up Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie hit me back, but he ain't really say much. But we'll touch base as time goes on. We'll figure that out. Shout out to God of Knicks. He hit me up. We're definitely gonna try to link up, to watch some games. Bobby Santiago actually gave me a good proposition, man. So definitely appreciate the hospitality of my guys out there in Charlotte. But definitely would love to see you guys, man, when I get out there. So I definitely will be out there with my sister for 3 days. Basically, we'll be there in time to watch, to hang out and watch and get ourselves situated and come out to watch a game, at a bar or something like that. The next day we'll do some sightseeing, whatever my sister wants to do, and then we'll end up, going to the game and after the game or whatever. And then of course, the next day is just my traveling day. Spend the night and do some traveling. Get ready for the flight back to New York. So that's definitely what I'm doing there. So March 20th in Charlotte, I will be out there, guys, man. So let's see if we can make something happen. Hawk Porty is trash, these guys are trash, but we got to use them. Shout out to Rajon Smith in the place. Yeah, McBride, McBride is a good player, but 6'1" shooting guard, man. Guy has no bag. Trade him. If he gets better in the offseason, he gets better in the offseason. But yeah, I feel like he needs to be traded. I feel like he needs to be traded. We got to get better. Scrolling down. What else you guys are saying? Oh my God, you've been out with COVID. See, that's what happens, man. These fucking trains. You know what? You probably since you haven't been here with us, man. We're all immune to all that shit already. We done had COVID like 17 times already. So you being out, you just picked up one of the strands that we've been already immune to. So you should be good, man. Don't worry. Hopefully everything is good and you can get back to work and start making some more money again. Shout out to Knicks Nation. He said it might be bought up by the Lakers. I think now that our team is in a different place, his opportunities will be different, and it would not be political because the team is set. I got you. I'm a fan of Christian Wood, man. I'm definitely a fan of Christian Wood. So you're talking about Cameron Reddish. So if Cameron Reddish is bought out, so what? That dude he needs to go somewhere. As Shamit was able to get the nice drive to lay it up. So like I said, Shamit, look at him playing defense now, against Halliburton. So he can contribute, man. Scoring wise, he can get to the basket and score. He can shoot the three. He can facilitate. He can play defense. So listen, man, what are we doing here? Look at Josh, kicks it out to Brunson. Is finally back in there with 4 minutes left. So I don't know, maybe Brunson, we should have gave him the night off, but you're gonna give Brunson get his last foul out. Shamit jab step, kick it back to Brunson. Brunson around the screen. Brunson back to Shamit. Shamit, give it to me, baby. 3-point shot, front rim, no good. Cat slapped down a rebound. Big time rebound there by Cat. Slapped it down, controlling it. I used to teach my son that. If you can't get to the ball, slap it down and get on it. My son used to be really good at that. Shout out to my big boy. My 21-year-old used to be really good at basketball, man, but I wish he would have stuck with it. Him and his mom or something else, man. Wish he would have stuck with it. He was really good at basketball. Yeah, Matt Ryan with the nepotism, man. I don't know what's going on, man. He's got to be he might be dating Leon Rose's daughter or something like that. I don't know what's going on. Uh what's up? He says, Iru, how I'm going to need to get some tickets. So if you don't got tickets, get on it, man. You know, the Charlotte in the same section. I'm in section 225. Me and Bobby Santiago are gonna be in section 225. You know, so right now the tickets are pretty cheap, 40 something. So like if you get 2 tickets, it's gonna come out to 100 something due to all the fees and shit that they put on there. You know, as Cat jab step, fakes it, shoots a three, knocks that down. Cat gets it up to 23 to 105. So, you know, we could take I mean, you could do that on your own, you know, because I mean the game is so far from now. You know, but like I said, section 225, you still got tickets that are in there you can get for like 40 something bucks, $50. So like I said, if you get 2 tickets, it's gonna end up being like 150, you know, 120 something, 130, 140, 150, something like that, depending on the price, you know, for 2 tickets. You know, so if you're gonna go with your husband or something like that, or your girlfriend or whatever, you know, go with your kids or whatever. That's what you're looking at for 2 tickets, because that's how much I paid. I paid like 120 something for 2 tickets, you know, due to the taxes and fees and stuff. You know, so it is what it is with that. Yeah, I'm even, you know what? As we get close, matter of fact, I mean the it's starting to sell out and stuff, but we'll see. Got Crean Grant. He says, what do you think of Marcus Smart? So Marcus Smart, I don't think we can get him because of the apron. You know, he made more than $12 million, if I'm not mistaken. So if he's bought out, we can't sign him because he made too much. So that's just like one of those rules that they made up just to fuck the Knicks. It goes Indiana. Indiana's still working pretty hard there. As we got this other kid here, I keep talking about him, Shepard. Shepard from Indiana. His stats never jump out at you, man. But it always seems like he's doing more than he is. You know, he has 8 points, but no other stats really. He got one steal. Doesn't contribute to the game much else if he's not scoring. But 6 for 6, decent ball. Right now, he's doing ball handling. Basically, kind of like a facilitator kind of thing. Kind of reminds me of Quentin Grimes a little bit. It goes Josh with the steal. So Josh is still out there with the Knicks up big. Got 2 minutes and 28 seconds right now. Currently tells catch and shoot three. You got Jahlil Okafor's out there. Shout out to Jahlil Okafor. He was a major college player at the same time Cat was. But Cat is the one with the big pockets, and Jahlil Okafor is still trying to find his way in the NBA. Who is this white kid up and under with the shot there? Number 12 gets another rebound. He's fighting. See, that's when I keep talking about this guy Jacob Toppin. If Jacob Toppin want to play, when he does get in there, he's got to fight. Number 12 just got like 3 rebounds just now. Easy. You know, right now the Knicks need to make some substitutions right now. The Indiana Pacers got guys that haven't played all game that are in right now, but the Knicks are still substituting pressures in. You know, we're still putting starters in the game. You know, Cat is probably out for the rest of the game with like 2 minutes left. But other guys, Precious and all these guys should not be in the game. We should be emptying the bench right now. You know, we should not be playing these guys if we're up by so much. We're up by a lot. We got a minute and 48 seconds here. Indiana Pacers basically emptied their bench, but we still got our fucking starters out there. Shamit, Deuce, jump shot, knocks that down. So we're up by 20, damn near 20, 21, it looks like. I did not anticipate the Knicks being up by 20. You know, but Indiana Pacers, then their offense is not as strong as it was last year. They basically got the same players out there. But Halliburton's not the same player. You know, Halliburton's not the same player. Siakam was getting after it, I gotta say. But Halliburton is the one that really dictate the pace and stuff like that. He did have 16. He did have 8 assists, but those 8 assists, I don't remember anything. I don't remember any of the 16 points that he scored. You know, he had literally zero impact out there. You know, Miles Turner, you know, definitely gives us a problem. You know, but even if he was playing, I don't think he would have added much to it, because this guy Thomas Bryant had 18 and 9. You know, so how much more would Miles Turner have had? You know, he would have had to have 30 tonight in order to beat the Knicks. But right now we got less than a minute. I see the score 128 to 111. Once the score on the screen gets to 0, I'm just gonna end the podcast. I don't care who's out there. Shout out to bum ass Matt Ryan is back in there now, number 37. He got the bum ass number. 37 is an atrocious number. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tyler Kolek. He's out there also. All these guys, man. Tyler Kolek, oh, Tyler Kolek's gonna play. If he does play, he's gonna be Brunson's backup. Right now we got Cameron Payne out there. So look at Matt Ryan for 3, misses it. Number 12. I'm intrigued by who number 12 is. Who's number 12? Number 12 is Johnny Furpy. Johnny Furpy. What a fucking name. 6'9", 20 pounds, 20 years old. All right, look out for Johnny Furpy, man. 20 years old. What is he? Is he a rookie? Basically a rookie. So I'm looking for that kid to excel at some point. I'm enjoying the way that he moves out there. Definitely showing effort. Obi did the right thing there, driving, getting to the foul line extended, and just pulling up for the jump shot. NBA players forget that they can do that. Obi did a good job. You could tell Kolek just trotting up the court, 45 seconds left, finds Porty, who played 4 minutes earlier, drives the lane, throws a bullshit shot up there. Matt Ryan fighting for the rebound. He lost it. Here comes Indiana. So anyway, who gives a shit? The game is over. I'm exiting out this game, ending it. I still got 30 seconds to watch, but who gives a shit? Knicks won, man. Check to see what the Knicks did today. Precious with almost a double-double, 9 points, 12 rebounds. Crunchtime Towns with 40 tonight, man. Damn, son. 40 and 12, 5 and 3 steals. Josh Hart contributed also with a hard 30 points, man. 30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. I'm doing a watch along, and I know I see guys scoring, but like the impact the scoring is having on the game, to me, it doesn't really, like, you visually don't see it. It's not an exciting scoring. You know what I'm saying? So like, say like a big man is 7 feet tall. When they score, you remember the points that he scored, because for a big man, at least in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, like there's some action that you would see. But Crunchtime Towns, most of the scoring that he's been getting was basically long jump shots. You know what I'm saying? Him faking and driving to the basket, getting stuff off rebounds, that type of thing. So it's not really an exciting kind of thing. He's kind of getting in within the flow. Josh Hart also, everything has been kind of fast break kind of thing. Driving to the basket and getting those type of shots. So it's not necessarily exciting, but within the flow, the Knicks can really put points on the board just in the flow of things. So before you know it, a guy can get 30 points. Shout out to Brunson. Didn't have his best game. When he played 23 minutes, he was in foul trouble the entire game. He had 8 and 7. He finished the game with 8 and 7. Off the bench, you got McBride with 15, and Landry Shaman at the end there caught fire and contributed with 11 points there in garbage time. As far as Indiana, Siakam with 24. You got Thomas Bryant surprised with almost a double-double, 18 and 9. Tyrese Halliburton, like I said, 16 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. I don't remember anything that he did the entire game. As far as everybody else, Benedict Mathurin only played 31 minutes. I feel like they should get more out of him, man. 18 points there. He probably should have played more minutes. They probably should have utilized him a little bit more. Indiana's not really doing themselves a service by not giving him the ball. So I feel like Benedict, I would start him and feature him. They don't really feature guys too much in Indiana. It's just really like their system. But that's how Coach Carlisle plays. But anyway, you got Shepard was able to get some garbage points there at the end also. So anyway, good game, man. Definitely a good win by the Knicks. Indiana's a quality team, 29 and 22. That's their record. Knicks 34 and 18 before the game started. So it is what it is, man. Knicks took care of business. Let's take a look at the Knicks schedule real quick before we get up out of here. Knicks schedule. So Indiana, we play the Hawks tomorrow. So we play the Hawks, and then we don't play again until February 20th, because that's the All-Star break. We're going right into the All-Star break, guys. So hopefully we can take care of the Atlanta Hawks. Right now, the Atlanta Hawks, they just made a trade. They made several trades actually, to get rid of some of their players. So let's take a look at what they've been doing here. See if I can get some scoreboard stuff here. So against the Magic, they actually beat the Magic. So even though they made some trades, they're still able to do stuff. So Karis LeVert is over there already with 18 points there. Kongu is starting for them. You got Trae Young, you got Dyson Daniels. they have their best player, Jalen Johnson, is out. So Karis LeVert could give us problems. Shout out to Georges Niang. He was also traded to them. Larry Nance Jr. is also getting some minutes there. I don't know if they're going to waive him. They was talking about waiving him, but he's a good player. So they still got scorers over there. Shout out to Vit, this guy here. I can't pronounce his name, but he's decent also. Oh, they got Terrence Mann also. So shout out to Terrence Mann. So they traded some guys, but they still got some good talent there in Atlanta. So just beware of some of these names I mentioned. Terrence Mann is one. Larry Nance Jr. You got Georges Niang, Karis LeVert. All these guys are people that were traded to Atlanta. So they did a nice little refacing there. So their record is on 26-28. They're right there with the Orlando Magic with basically the identical record. So it's gonna come down to whoever could get healthy and whoever can get it going at the end here. Whoever's gonna make the playoffs. So Atlanta's still fighting, man. So should be a good game tomorrow. It always is against Atlanta. But yeah, like I said, man, for those that are wondering, man, that Charlotte game, I will be there. We already made our plans and stuff for the thing. We will be there. So I can't wait to see a lot of you guys. Geraldine, and see if you can get tickets, man. He said the white kid on Indiana looks like Rick Smith, so I get it. Nick Chance, they were chanting let's go Knicks in Indiana. That's bad. Anyway, Geraldine says good night. I'm gonna say good night as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you feel better, generation. Hope everything is good with you. Hope you feel good. Shout out to my kids. Both of my kids had the flu. They feel good. Now my wife is sick. I feel great. My vacation is next week, so now watch me get like the flu on my vacation. So that's just the way how it goes, man. But anyway, hopefully I beat it and I don't get sick because I feel great. My wife doesn't. Both my kids are still kind of like whatever. But anyway, it is whatever it is. Ebru is out of here. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb. Salute.
Ebru is a beast.
Bye. 128-115. Atlanta tomorrow. I'll see you later, baby. Goodbye.
See you.
Eru, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer, that's gon'